Hi guys, welcome back to Just Talking, where I talk at you and you sometimes listen. So today we're doing a room tour and hotel review of the Boulevard Hotel, which is an on-site hotel at the theme park Blackpool Pleasure Beach in the northwest coast of England. If you do like this video, make sure to comment, like and subscribe, and let's get into the room tour. Okay, so we're in the room right now, and this is actually a junior park suite, I believe. We did get upgraded from the executive suite, so that we're very grateful for that. And let's just take a look around just to see what things you actually get included in this room, because it is a pretty premium room. Okay, so with this park view suite, here you have this really nice view out here. It's really nice because you get to see all the rides testing on the morning, and you get a really nice view of the big one, the Big Dipper, Icon, and also Skyforce. You can see some other things, and the big one is just going around on a test there. The bed, I believe, is a Super King. It's really comfortable. My only issue is that some of the pillows were quite meaty, and that kind of did disrupt my sleep a little bit, but overall it was really comfortable, and I thought it was a nice night's sleep. You do have this really big flat screen TV. I have no clue how big that is actually. It has really nice picture quality, and you do get all your Freeview channels. And optionally, for £10, you can actually buy a variety of films, including Endgame and Aladdin. So that's a pretty good investment if you do want to watch like a film on a night. And you do also have the standard phone. You have a reed diffuser, so that's quite nice. Through here, of course, you have like your sort of standard amenities with your sort of coffee, your hot chocolate, and your teas. In this area, you do actually have a fridge, so then you can get some bottled water. I do believe you have to pay for these, I'm not too sure, but it comes with one sparkling and one still as standard. It does also have robes too, and a safe which is big enough for a computer, and then you do also have extra storage space. There is also some plug sockets down here. Of course, I'm not going to show you the rest of the mirror, just so I keep my identity private, but there is quite a big mirror here. So, if we go into the bathroom, there is quite a lot of mirror space. There is a Mr. and Mrs. sort of bathroom space. There is a very spacious shower too, so that was really nice. The shower head is very forgiving, and it does have quite a large stream in it too. So that was really nice, and it does also, if you look here, it does also have the shampoos, and you can similarly see them down there, and that includes body wash, hair shampoo, conditioner, and I'm not too sure what the lotion up there is. But overall, this room is really nice. I do really enjoy the way it looks. I think it's like a really nice space. And I do think that definitely if you want a bigger, spacious room, this is great because the seats are really comfortable, the bed is really nice, and I would say that the TV is a really great part of it as well. So yeah, it's very much worth it. And I would definitely recommend, if you want a nice, spacious room, then this is a perfect one. So yeah, I'll get on with the rest of the review in this video, and yeah, so enjoy the rest of that. Okay, so let's get on to what is included in the room and also its pricing. So the room is set at 28 square meters per room, and this is listed on the website. You have a Super King bed, a 55-inch TV with your standard Freeview channels and pay-to-view movies, which I do believe are £9.97 to put an exact price on them, and that is for each of them. You have a seating area, sometimes with sofas and other times with just singular chairs, as you saw in the video. The bathroom has a bath and a shower combo, which does include 3 different streams, including massage, sport, and normal stream, and it does also have the his and hers sink with additional storage. There are toiletries by New York CO Bigelow. Of course, that is the body shampoo, hair shampoo, conditioner, and the other lotion, which I do believe to be sort of hand lotion and cream, but I'm not too sure. You do also get bathrobes for your stay. That is only for when you stay. You do not get to take these home. They are of course branded. They are very soft, and you do get the 2 for the maximum number of people I'll be staying in the room. You get a laptop safe, an aircon. This is in a drawer that is actually pretty inconspicuous. You'd think that you'd just be putting trousers in that drawer, but that's actually where the safe is, so it's very nice that it's there. There is also touchscreen aircon, so you can turn that off and change the temperature to the exact measurement that you want, and it's not too noisy either. You also have free Voss water, so you do get the still and sparkling water completely free, and it does come in a nice glass water bottle, which you can take home if you so choose. You also get the kettle with hot chocolate, coffee, tea, and inside the fridge there is also little milk cups, and also you do get the classic Pleasure Beach shortbreads, but not the Mr. Funshine branded ones. You also get free Wi-Fi and 24-hour room service. I do believe the Wi-Fi is free as standard in all rooms, and I'm not too sure about the room service, but you do get a menu in there and you can ring on the phone to order as well. You do also get the room on an adults only floor, so if you are looking to bring kids, they won't be allowed to go into one of these rooms because the adults only floors are for over 18s over, so under 18s are not allowed. Of course, sometimes they do let them in if there is an emergency sort of reason for that. Because I did actually see a 12-year-old who was on the corridor. Of course, they wouldn't be on there if they, hadn't had permission. So there is a lowest price of £159, which I suppose, might be a deterrence for a lot of people, but it does give quite a lot more space than the standard executive room, which sort of starts at maybe, like 70 to 170. Of course, sometimes this room is actually cheaper than an executive room. It really depends. But that's for a night without breakfast added on. And sometimes depending on where your checkout day is, it will also go up that price. But it depends on when you actually book and what day of the season it is. So of course you can check that on the website completely free. So is the room worth it? So for the sleep side of things, I was actually really impressed because the thing is with my pillow, which started off relatively meaty and quite stiff, did actually sort of loosen up a bit, and it actually became relatively flat because I like my pillows nice and flat, so it kind of sculpts around my head. And I did, of course, have a park time of 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and then I walked right up the front to the tower and had a nice meal in Harry Ramsden's and got back about 11 o'clock. So I was pretty tired, but I was impressed with how fast I actually fell asleep because normally when I'm at a hotel, the noise of other people will kind of wake me up, but there was none of that, and I'll explain why in a minute. And of course, the cover was really nice because it wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold, and it was a nice consistency, so it wasn't like suffocating or heavy. It was just nice and light, and it meant for a good night's sleep, and I slept right the way through till 7. So for the amenities, I was really impressed with this as well. And of course, you do get the standard hairdryer and all of the different teas and coffees. Of course, these are in every single room, but the bathrobes were really nice. They were a nice consistency. They were nice to get dry on. And the thing is it really makes it give it like that extra little touch that makes it really nice. And of course, having the free shampoos was really nice because I got to try them out and they were really nice. They made me feel soft, and it was nice to put in my hair as well. And of course, the shower in there was really good. The different settings really made a difference. Of course, I did still use the normal one, but I wanted to try out the other ones, and the stream of it does really hit you. Of course, it's got quite a very small radius to it, but the actual stream of it extends quite far, so that's definitely a great shower. For the storage and changing, you do also have an impressive amount of storage. Of course, the 2 bedside tables, which you can see right here, they are fake. Don't try to open them because they actually close themselves back up. Of course, you do have some storage for like books and that underneath the desk. There is a lot of changing space and sort of storage space in the changing area. That little alcove that I showed you with the mirror, and that does of course have a plug for any additional appliances that you might need. And there is a shaving plug in the bathroom, and there is a lot of storage in the bathroom too. You have enough room for clothes for however many days you might stay as 2 people, and I think that was really nice. Alongside the different cubby holes for shoes, there was no issue with that. And also the marble look coat hangers, not too sure if they are real marble, but they were really nice because they did actually have 4, so that you could bring multiple coats and not have to worry about where you'd put them. And also a little prop-up stand for your suitcase. So there's no issue with storage, and the room still looks spacious even with everything unpacked. So for entertainment, this was also really good. Of course, you do have your standard Freeview channels on there, such as BBC, ITV, Channel 5, Channel 4, E4, Film 4, all those different things. Of course, you did see The Hobbit on the TV, on the past slide, so that was really nice to get a watch of at like 11 o'clock at night. But yeah, the entertainment's really great, and of course with the films that you can rent, that was really nice. Of course, I didn't buy any because I was only staying for one night and I didn't feel the need to watch a film, especially given the time that I came back to the hotel at. And it was really nice to have a scope of choice of what I wanted to watch on the TV. For the exclusivity, I was impressed with that as well. You do get given 2 key cards when you're on the adults only floor, because you require a second key card to get onto the actual corridor that your room is on. Of course, you require your room key card to enter the stairs, and then you do need the same key card to enter your room, but a separate key card on the adults floor to enter the corridor itself. And I thought that was really nice because it meant that, no one could wander onto my floor like a child with just a key card that was going to play or something. So, it made it really nice and quiet. And of course, the room doors and like the corridor doors, they also shut really nice with just a very subtle click. And the room doors are very thick, so you hardly hear anything. I'm not too sure how thick they are on the other floors, but these seemed especially chunky and heavy. And also, not to mention, there was hardly any sound from the floors below or above. Of course, the one above is similarly an adults-only floor. But I thought it was really nice because you couldn't hear anyone running around or any people, like, coming back really late who might be maybe drunk or might just be a bit rowdy for whatever reason. And that was really nice. I could only ever hear the occasional shut of a door that was coming into one of the suites next door. So that was really great as well. So the view was really nice as well. I did enjoy looking at all the different rides testing on the morning. It was really interesting to see how on a night and on a morning, the security, the cleaning team and the testing team worked. I mean, it was really fascinating to see how the maintenance Big Dipper, because they were coming through and it looked like they were sort of like brandishing the track or like whacking it with a mallet to sort of straighten the metal out, and it was really weird to see that and see how that worked, unless they were just putting some more bolts and sort of screws into it. I'm not too sure, but it was really fascinating to see how they scaled all the different rides to make sure everything was working, and seeing the rollback test for Icon and seeing all the safety brake tests for the big one. I thought it was really interesting as well. For comfort, it was really great. Of course, all the fabrics are made by the Designers Guild. They were really nice, and the chairs were also really comfortable, and also a little bit longer than usual chairs, so you could lounge out quite a bit on them. The added luxuries were great as well, with all the different sort of teas, coffees. You also had the shortbreads, all the different robes. That was really nice too. So for food and breakfast, there is a wide variety of menus in the lounge area and throughout the day. Of course, the lounge and bar area is open all day, just about, I think, till about 10, 11 o'clock, I believe. Because when I came back at 11 o'clock, there were still people eating in that area. I do believe that's similar to the restaurant. I did a full review of both Big Blue and Boulevard a while back. I'll put a sort of card in the video right now, just to make sure that you can watch that if you want to see the menus in more detail. They are also on the website, alongside all the allergen details. There are similarly kids menus too. The restaurant has a nice comfortable theme with fresh locally sourced food. Of course, all the food there is provided by local Lancashire farmers, including these sausages, and also quite a lot of the vegetables you'll see. When I looked out my hotel window, there was actually a delivery van pulling up that was from a farm that was called Lancashire Farm. So they were providing some food, I believe not for breakfast, for the sort of rest of day food. But I think it's really nice that they did that because the food was absolutely delicious. Here are the hash browns that I had alongside this hearty breakfast as well that I also had. And the hash browns were really soft and light, and they were cooked in a way that I hadn't tried before, and they were very nice. Of course, breakfast offers a wide variety of cereals, including little boxes of sort of Cocoa Pops, Frosted Flakes and Weetabix. And we have pastries such as pain au chocolat and croissants. You do also have some buns. We have different breads such as sort of mixed seed breads, white breads, and also gluten-free breads. And also the hot food, which you can see here with the beans, the hash browns, the sausages, the tomatoes, the bacon. And it was all very well prepared, and they were constantly changing it out so then it stayed hot. And also they were serving the food for you because of current restrictions and just to keep everyone safe. And I thought that was a really nice touch because though it was to keep people safe, it was very formally done, and I really liked how they did that. And of course all the hot food tasted brilliant and fresh, and it had a unique taste to it that just made it feel fresh and local. And there are some additional foods such as porridge and drinks such as tea that are sometimes included in your breakfast, and others might cost £1 or two more. I believe one of the people in my party ordered a cappuccino and that cost just £1. So the prices aren't that much higher than you'd expect. But in all honesty, they are actually lower than you'd expect. You wouldn't expect to get a cappuccino for £1 in a hotel such as this. Changes can also be made to your meal to cater for health requirements or certain preferences, such as if there's an allergen in it, they'll try to get around it. If you do need something that's gluten-free, they'll provide that. They will also provide recommendations for vegetarians and vegans, and they will also provide some sorts of health guides. You can see them on the website if you would like, and you can also ask at the reception desk when you book in or at any time you'd like. So this is a review of the overall experience and the other facilities. So I really liked my stay. I didn't want to leave. It's a beautiful hotel, and the way that they've designed it is so that you are comfortable at all times, whether that's the couches and the sofas and the chairs being just that little bit longer than usual, so then you can relax and just sit down and be comfortable. And also the way that the sort of cushions on the seats are also quite soft, it means that you can just sink into your seat and just sit and relax. And the variety of seating options is really impressive as well. In the lounge and bar area, there is a lot of different sofa-based options, bar stools, and other different options. And of course, there is as well private hire areas for conferences and club meetups and parties. There is also a separate bar as well, which you can also hire out. I think that's really nice as well. So I would say that this place is incredible. I have been before a few times, but I was really blown away with my experience being on an adults only floor because it is so quiet, and I highly recommend being on a floor with adults only because it really makes that difference with not hearing young families and different age groups running down the hallways and making a rowdy noise like at 11 o'clock at night when you're trying to sleep. It really makes that difference. And I noticed that people who were coming in were shutting the doors a lot quieter than usual, and you couldn't hear the rooms next to you. I was similarly really impressed with the curtains that they used in these rooms, because last time I went I don't think the curtains were the same. I think they might have changed them over because I could slightly see when it was daytime, but with these it was completely black. I woke up at 7 in the morning and I thought it was like midnight, and I was talking to my mum at one point because my mum was just sat on a chair on her phone, and I thought that it was 12 o'clock, it was midnight, and it was actually 5 in the morning, and at that point the sun had already risen, so I was so confused why that had happened. But it was incredible not being able to see when it was daytime, because it meant that you could sleep in to whatever time you wanted. Of course we did have an alarm, so that didn't last very long. But so for the added facilities, you do have toilets which are in the main lobby. They can be used by anyone really. So if you do need the toilet at any point before you've checked in or after you've checked in, you can do that. You do also have the gym for hotel guests. This is seen here. You do also have, the exercise bikes, the treadmills, the weights, and also they do provide towels there as well. So if you do start to get a bit sweaty, you can quickly wipe yourself with really soft towels that they do provide there as well. There is constant supervision of reception, so if at any point there is an issue with your room or you need something cleaning, then you can just ask and they will definitely come up to your room and get that sorted for you immediately. And also if there's any sort of urgent things that you need sorting out, then that's completely fine. There are daily room cleans by staff. Of course, if you don't want these to happen, then don't put like the sign in front of your door. They will only really clean if you do have that sign in front of your door, because else they probably will assume that you don't want your room cleaning. You can also ask specifically for your room to be cleaned if you don't have that sort of sign on it. And also they do clean it very nicely. They do replenish all the things that you might have used, replace the towels, straighten the bed sheets. So that's really nice if you do stay for multiple days and you go out into the park. You can come back and your room will be looking nice. And also you do have the room service, which is mainly for 24 hours. I'm not too sure if the rooms on the floors below, which aren't adults only, will have a cap at the time that it ends. But yeah, you can order food whenever you would like. They do have a lot of staff on the night shift. Of course, there were still people at 11 o'clock who were eating at the restaurant and being served, and also some people still getting drinks at the bar. There is free Wi-Fi and the connection's pretty good. I would say it's better than most hotels, in my opinion. I'm not too sure if I got lucky with the placement of my room and it made it faster, but I could connect to things pretty quick, and it was basic Wi-Fi, really. And only keycard holders can enter the guest floors. As you can see here, these are two lifts. When you get in, you have to scan your card on the side of the lift door. You can go up to your floor. And also on the stairway here, there is, just behind this plant, this little black square here. That's where you scan your key cards, and you can enter the stairwell and go up to your floor. So that's really nice because it feels more secure and private, that, you know, people can't come in and just wander upstairs and things like that. So you won't find anyone like stealing from your room or anything, because all the floors are properly locked off. And that includes going up to the adults only floors. You will need to scan your key card then, and there is no public stairwells in the hotel either. Entry to the park can be through the entrance on the driveway. This is a really good thing about these two hotels. Of course, I will warn you here, is that you do need to have proof of your booking, such as a key card or an email confirmation, so then you can actually use this entrance. You can't just use it as a standard guest. You do need evidence that you are checked into either the Big Blue or the Boulevard. There is no extra price needed to use this entrance either, and they will normally let you in about 20 minutes before opening. When I went, I didn't have the confirmation of booking or anything at that point, because the hotel wasn't open for check-ins at that point. And, you know, people were being let in at 20 to 10, and people at the entrance were being let in just a bit after 10. So that's really worth it, because on busier days in the summer you can get in and get on a ride before anyone else is in, or just queue up for a ride and wait 20 minutes while it tests or something, and it just gives you that time to walk down to the other end of the park, because it is near Steeplechase. So if you did want to go down to Alice in Wonderland, or when Valhalla reopens Valhalla, then you would have to walk about 10 minutes to get to there anyway. So that's really great. And overall, I did think that this place was just incredible, as always. The food was just delicious, and I liked how the original hash browns they used to serve, they were the sort of classic triangles, and how they changed it to a sort of circle, cylinder type of shape. I thought that was really nice, and it was so soft, and all the produce was really nice. They also had a wide variety of fresh fruit and yogurts, which normally you would have a wide variety of, but they only had strawberry and plain on that day. But I'm not complaining, because they had fresh pieces of like strawberry in them, and that was really nice, and it was really smooth, the actual yogurt, and then the bits of strawberry in it were really nice. They weren't too sweet and they weren't sour at all. It was just a perfect balance, and I can't sing its praises enough, because it just had such a wide variety of things, with the different types of milk, cereals, and all the different drinks that you could order, and the really nice service. All the staff there were really polite, and they really do present themselves really well and formally. And they have this uniform that's really nice, and it adds to the experience, and they are really nice people who will help you out no matter what. If you have any issues or you have any requirements, then they can definitely tend to it. So thank you for watching this room tour review of food and rooms and facilities. I really do hope this helped you to decide which hotel you want to go into. I might do a Big Blue video at some point. Of course, I'm not planning to go to the Big Blue at the minute, or really go back to the park. I will do a review of my visit that I just had, probably on the Friday, because this will be, when you're watching this, on the Thursday. It's Wednesday right now. But I really do hope that this helped you. If it did, then make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm really grateful for the current support. And I really enjoyed making this video and going to the park. It was just so incredible. And also, I lied. I went on this Tuesday. So Tuesday, the 3rd of August was when I actually went. So that was just what I decided I wanted to do. But yeah, this was really fun to make. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helped you out. And yeah, make sure to check out my other review if you're inquisitive. And yeah, this was Just Talking. Bye bye.